Hey there YouTube. So in this video I wanted to cover IRS Form 5452 as part of a Form 1120 filing. So 5452 is a corporate report of non-dividend distributions. You need to file this form with your corporate tax return when you distribute cash as a dividend, but it's in excess of the accumulated earnings and profits of the company. So why is that relevant? Well, a C corporation is subject to tax at the entity level, right? And then it's subject to that second layer of tax when dividends are distributed to the shareholders. But what's important to remember is that a C corporation, when it distributes a dividend to shareholders, the dividend is only taxable to the extent it has earnings and profits. If you get a dividend distribution in excess of E&P, it's referred to as a non-dividend distribution, which is not taxable. So I'm going to quickly go back to the Form 1120 just to kind of illustrate this point, and then we'll go through the 5452. So if we jump back here to the Form 1120, page 1, so we have a C corporate term. This is a landscaping company, just one shareholder. The company was set up last year, so 2019, December 15th. And so for the current year, it made some money, right? Not a lot of profit, $4,920 in taxable income, so it had some tax. And so the shareholder decided to distribute a dividend during the year that exceeded its accumulated earnings and profits. So if we jump down to the balance sheet, this is where it's going to make a lot more sense. So here we have the balance sheet for the company. Again, it was formed last year at the end of the year, but it didn't have any operations. So last year, the shareholder put in $35,100 in cash, and that comprised of $100 in the common stock purchase, and then there was that $35K in additional paid in capital. So remember, when a shareholder contributes cash to the corporation, it comes in the form of equity or debt, right? It's not income to the company. So in this case, it went in the form of equity, $100 in common stock, and then the APIC of $35K. And so during this year, so the company made $4,920 in income, but the shareholder decided to take $10,000 in a cash dividend distribution. And so what happens here is the $10,000, again, as a dividend, it's only subject to income taxes as a dividend to the extent you have earnings and profits. And so this company, the E&P, was limited to $4,920. So $4,920 of that $10K dividend is taxable dividend that reduces E&P or retained earnings. And then the excess is a non-dividend distribution that just reduced the amount of APIC in the company. So if we go back to the 5452, we'll run through kind of how this is reported. Because again, the details are important here, right? You as a shareholder don't want to be paying taxes on a $10,000 dividend if a portion of it is non-dividend distribution. So here we have a 5452 for the company. They haven't filed this in the prior year. This is not a distribution as part of a partial or complete liquidation. And this isn't an S corp, right? So all of these questions get no. And so here's where we have more details on the E&P and the dividend. So this dividend was paid out very last day of the tax year, right? $10,000 is what was paid out. So it's $100 per share. And then the amount paid during the year from E&P, remember, we made $4,920. So of the 10K, $4,920 is from current year E&P. And so the remaining here, amount paid during the year from amounts other than E&P is $5,080, right? So $4,920, $5,080, that's the $10,000 amount. And so the schedule here basically indicates what percentage is going to be taxable to the shareholder and what's non-taxable. So $4,920 is a taxable dividend to the shareholder, while $5,080 is a non-taxable non-dividend distribution. Okay, and then so in section D here we have the E&P for the year to show that, what amount was paid out from E&P. And then this just asks information on the shareholder. So in this case, we have one individual shareholder, and that's it. This information is also, there's questions you need to answer on the 1120 up here. Question 6, right? So during the year, did the corporation pay dividends other than stock and distributions in exchange for stock in excess of the corporation's E&P? Yes, right? So we're saying yes, and then if yes, file form 54 or 52. So answer this question yes, attach the form, and then you should be all set. So now if we want to look at how this impacts the actual shareholder, so this is the 54 or 52 for the non-dividend distributions. If we look at the 1099 div, this is what the company would be filing, right? So we have the landscaping company here. This is the shareholder, James Smith. Now, remember, the amount of dividend here is $4,920. That's the amount of taxable dividend. And again, we're indicating it's qualified because James has held the stock for the appropriate amount of days where he's going to get the qualified dividend treatment. So $4,920 is the amount of dividend that's going to be taxable to James. And then in box 3 here, we let James know of the $10,000 you received, the non-dividend distribution amount was $5,080. So this is important, right? Because again, non-dividend distributions not subject to tax because it's basically a return of principal, right? So it's not a distribution from current or accumulated E&P. Okay, so that covers it all. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. Happy to answer those. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.